Ile-Ife, my MVVs, welcome. Yes, so Ile-Ife from London to Ile-Ife. A quiet storm is brewing, and at the center of it is a mysterious 29-year-old royal priestess named Adetutu Ogboru, born into the highly respected Ogboru ruling house of Ile-Ife, now being positioned to take over one of the most sacred and spiritually powerful roles in the palace of the Ooni of Ife, a role that Ebony once claimed but never would touch again. Now, who is this Adetutu? Adetutu is not just another palace girl or random priestess. She is a royal, blood, okay, brilliant by mind and deeply rooted in tradition by destiny. Her story is one that has shocked even the most senior palace insiders because nobody expected her return, not from London, not like this, but as the second phase of the Iforibale Oba ritual approaches. It is clear that Adetutu is not, in Ile-Ife by chance. She is going to be there by divine alignment. Adetutu was born in, they said she was born in Ile-Ife there, within the ancient wall of Ile-Ife, but her lineage connect directly to the Ogboru ruling house. I may not be pronouncing that Ogboru well. One of the old bloodlines with these spiritual rules in Yoruba history. From an early age, her spiritual gifts were undeniable. At age 5, she could recite royal chant passed down through the bloodline. By age 8, she had already begun training under her grandmother, a legendary Iya Lorisa, okay, who once served 3 different Onis in sacred spiritual capacities. But Adetutu's parents were, forward thinkers. They didn't want her to only grow up in spiritual isolation. So they moved to the UK when she was 9, giving her access to top quality education. She attended St. Mary's Catholic School in, Hertford, in the UK there, where she excelled academically and socially. But, even while in London, she never disconnected from her root. She was known for her bold confidence in her culture, while others were, angelizing their names. She proudly wore her Yoruba identity like a crown. At 17, she received a scholarship to study anthropology, please excuse me. I thought my English too hard. And African religion at the University of Manchester. Her dissertation focused on the spiritual hierarchy of Yoruba kingship and how rituals like, this very one, Iforibale Oba, have survived centuries of colonization and modern religious conflict. Her work earned her an academic award and was published in a respected UK journal of, African studies. But beyond books, Adetutu has always been spiritually active. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Ile-Ife. I bring you fresh and spicy just from the source still and the royals. How I guys doing? I appreciate you so much. I love you. I share. My people. If you're yet to subscribe, kindly go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and do not forget to turn on the notification bell, and do not forget to give this video a thumbs up. I appreciate each and every one of you so much. Thank you, Ile-Ife. It's not a small thing that is happening. They said Adetutu was trained in traditional Ifa practice every summer during visit back to Ile-Ife under the watchful eye of her grandfather, High Chief Olakume Ogboru, who was the last living chief to perform sacred rite during Oni Adesoji's reign. So while Adetutu wore designer clothes in London, she also knew how to, grant herbs with precision, recite incantation in deep Yoruba without flaw, and interpret dreams with terrifying accuracy. She is one of the rare blends of beauty, education, and untouched traditional dead. But you don't see something we pass. See, one thing I noticed about the Yoruba people in Ile-Ife, these people are really traditional. Even when they go and stay in Canada, they stay in the UK, they stay in Australia, in the US, and all of that, when they are raising their children, they teach them so much. You see these people, you know, a lot of people call Ebony the calabash carrier, this. There are a lot of elite calabash carriers in that Ile-Ife. Beautiful girls. All over UK, Scotland, they are there. Some of them, if you see babes, you know, devotees where in South America, in Barbados, that place where Rihanna comes from, if you see them, clean chicks, fine babes, they are into this Ifa stuff and all of that, and they are proud of it. And one thing about them, they carry it like gala on top of their head. All this one that you see Ebony is doing is strange to us because we do not know. These babes are something else, okay? Now, they said these are day tutu, okay? Physically, she's striking, tall, fair skin with natural wrist length hair and, you know, sharp, intelligent eyes that seem to, you know, read people before they speak. But her real power lies in her calmness. She is the type who enters the room quietly and leaves everything unsettled. There's something about her presence that slices, you know, gossip and demand respect. Even palace elders have admitted that from the first moment she entered the Ooni's palace this year, they knew something had shifted. It is not a small something, no. It is not a small something. And you know what? Naomi is, oh my God. Oh, Lori, Naomi, you're just a darling. Naomi makes me proud so much all the time. Now, you know that since this immunity removal, a lot of people have been thinking Ooni of Ife should take another wife. Elders are saying that Kabiyesi should take wife to replace this one. They want to remove immunity from and all of that. They made series of arrangements and all of that. But it was looking as if Kabiyesi didn't do any of those ones. Like, he didn't like them. But from what we are hearing, they said Adetutu's uncle is a member of the spiritual council, okay? And they said that uncle of Adetutu was the one who invited her, okay? Adetutu was said to have been invited by the spiritual council, not the Ooni of Ife or not Queen Naomi. The council had grown increasingly uneasy about Ebony's spiritual corruption and the weakening impact her ritual performances were having on the Ooni of Ife's aura. They needed someone spiritually strong, yet modern enough to understand the dynamics of today's palace, someone not easily manipulated, someone loyal only to truth, and her name came up, Adetutu came up, and they said it was because of this need that they truly invited Adetutu. But they said that of all the women that they have invited lately, Kabiyesi seemed to be drawn to this Adetutu, okay? That yes, so that is what we are hearing. They say when she was first approached in London, Adetutu, you know, did not want to, not because she didn't want to serve, but because she understood the weight of some of this ritual. It's not just a performance or a political position. It's a spiritual warfare. She asked for time to fast and consult the oracle, and when she finally agreed, her only condition was that Queen Naomi must be aware and must approve. That she will only come if Queen Naomi approves of her. If Queen Naomi does not approve, she will not come. And they say, fortunately, as soon as Queen Naomi saw her, Queen Naomi liked her, and Queen Naomi agreed, and Queen Naomi approved of her. Oh, Ebony. They say, do not bite the hand that fed you. Do not. Do not. That's what they have been saying. And people should begin to learn. They say since arriving in Ile-Ife, you know, this early July, Adetutu has kept a low profile. She's been seen only at private meetings with priests, the king's inner circle, and Queen Naomi herself. Reports say Queen Naomi was deeply impressed by her humility and knowledge. In fact, insiders say Queen Naomi was the one who personally gave the go-ahead for her to be prepared for the second phase of the ritual. Not because Naomi cannot do it herself, but because she trusts Adetutu to do it without mixing emotions and politics. They said Ebony, on the other hand, has not taken this development lightly. She's been resisting. Her allies in the palace have tried to question Adetutu's qualification, but none have succeeded. And she's been crying. You know, she's gone through so much already. Ebony, this is what we are hearing. I'm going to bring you more update. Do not forget that these are all alleged, rumored, unverified information making the rounds on social media and should not be seen as fact.